Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are cleaning again. Imagine that. But today, instead of my kitchen, we're cleaning my mommy's kitchen. It is bigger and nicer, and normally less messy, but I am cleaning out her refrigerator. I did not deep clean it like I did in my previous video. I just took the stuff out, cleaned the shelves, cleaned the drawers, cleaned the walls and doors and everything like that. But there's more stainless steel here. We did some counters, we did some dishwashing, and we cleaned out the microwave, which I don't do at my house very often. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. So just like this video if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel for more. And let's get started. Okay guys, so this one's a little bit longer than a normal video today, but I did a lot more, just more stuff to clean in the kitchen basically. But as always, we are going to start with the dishes. Load the dishwasher, clean the dishes because it's just best to get those out of the way and in their correct spots, whether that's in the dishwasher, in the cabinets, because having the dishes around just makes it all harder to clean. So we clean the easy stuff first. The food stuff and the dishes and all of that gets cleaned first and put away, so when it's time to clean the kitchen, there's nothing in the way. And it just makes total sense, you know? So I've put everything in the dishwasher and I am washing their pots and their knives. I will occasionally put my pots / steak knives or cutting knives in the dishwasher, but my dad never does, so I am respectfully washing their knives and their pots by hand because that's what they prefer and that's what I'll do. Now for me it's different, but I'm in their house today, so I'll do it the way that they like it done and the way that I did it when I lived here. And yeah, that's about it on the dishes. And next we are going to dry them. Now, this is my experience, but let me know if yours is the same experience in the comments. New towels suck. They do not absorb like they used to. They're just terrible. Like, I just feel like they don't dry anything. I have old towels in my kitchen and some new, and I refuse to use the new towels. They're just the worst ever. But anyway, rant over about towels. But let me know in the comments. Now we are going to clean the stove area. So I'm just getting everything out of the way and taking the grates of the stove off. They have a gas stove, which I love. I really want a gas stove. My house does not have gas in it, but I just love them. I think they work way better. And I'm using the Pledge multi-surface cleaner. It's not my first choice, but it's what they have, so that's what we're doing. And I'm removing their knobs. Now, I will say, every stove, you can't remove the knobs, and some of the knobs don't want to come off. And if you can't get your knobs off of your stove without really, really pulling, just don't take them off. It's fine. Just leave them where they are. But I am cleaning the backsplash just from some food that had splashed up there and getting all of that off. And then we are going to go into the actual stove and the countertop around it. But their backsplash is tile, which most are, but it makes it so much easier to clean. Mine too. It's just so much better than like cleaning a wall, you know? I don't know why. It just is. Probably because it's like glass, so it's just an easier clean. But I'm wiping off the back of the stove and the front of the stove, and I'm just kind of letting the stuff on the stainless sit while I do that, so it's less scrubbing involved to get the stuff that's on there and maybe stuck a little bit on there off. So yeah, we're just wiping down the stove now. I took the burner covers off just so I could get better underneath it and see a little bit more, but it's not really necessary. And anything on the burner covers is really difficult to get off, so I just wipe those down and make sure they're clean, mostly, I guess. And then I just put them back on. You can probably clean them better, but I have never bothered to do so, and I'm not going to do it today. So now I'm just getting the grease and stuff off from around the knobs and everywhere else just to make sure it's all nice and beautiful and shiny as it's meant to be, because it's a beautiful stove, like most gas stoves. So they deserve to be clean, you know? Anyways, but yeah, this is a lot of me cleaning the stove, so just enjoy it. It's a nice process. And yes, when I clean things like this, I do just shake the towel out onto the floor, because I will sweep / vacuum and mop. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. And now I am wiping off the knobs before I put them back on. You know, your fingers get all gross and stuff, and then you touch the knobs and they're all foody and stuff. So I'm just wiping those down to make sure they're nice and clean before I put them back on my brand spanking new clean stove. It's not brand new, but it looks brand new because it's cleaned so well. But yeah, there's 5 knobs, I believe. So yes, we've cleaned those. And now we are going to put the burner covers back on in their places before we put the grates back on. And here we go with that. And I don't really clean the grates either. I'll get off some bigger stuff that might be stuck on there, but they really need to be soaked and kind of like scrubbed down. And there's Brutus in the background. You can see him, little wiener dog. He's such a cutie. He's barking at something. I'm not sure, but there's no sound from the actual video, so you don't have to hear it. But I'm now just wiping down their little tea kettle that sits on the stove. I don't think they use it very often, but it does get splashed with food stuff because it stays about right there all the time. And now I'm going to put all of their stuff back behind their stove. They got some salt and pepper, some oil thingies, more salt and pepper, and more pepper, and some other little spices. And now we're moving to the refrigerator. So the first thing I'm doing is obviously removing the stuff from this door, and then I will be washing it. They're pretty easy. I could not get this one out, clearly. That's ridiculous, but eventually I just gave up and I left it where it was because that was ridiculous. So I washed these and now I am drying them out. And this is the only set that I actually wash because they're really not dirty enough to fully like soap and water wash. Plus, like I mentioned earlier, the towels suck. So I had to use a paper towel to dry them off because their dish towel did not dry them very well and it annoyed me. So later I just start spraying them with the cleaner and cleaning it with the towel because that just felt easier. I'm wiping down the doors per usual and that dang shelf that I could not remove because it's just, I don't know, maybe it doesn't come out. I thought it would, but no telling. So I'm going to put everything back in this door. And I guess I forgot that I needed to put the things back before I put the food back into the holders. And I like to try and make it a little prettier, not the nuts up there, but, you know, just make it make more sense a little bit when I put things back. So now I'm going to go over here and remove all of this stuff. And I cleaned the butter thing last time I cleaned their house, and it doesn't look like it's been touched since, so I just left it there. But I'm just going to take all of this stuff out of the shelves this time. I'm going to clean the door, and then I'm going to use the same spray to clean the shelves because it's just easier when your towels don't dry to just wipe them out with cleaner because. So, and I keep closing the refrigerator because it keeps beeping at me, and I don't want it to start melting the ice or anything. So I just close the door. But yeah, I'm cleaning out the shelves with the cleaner, and we're just going to move forward here because it's pretty much a lot of the same thing. So, one sec. So at this point, I've already cleaned the top and the next shelf down. So now I'm just cleaning the one above the produce drawers, and basically all I did was remove everything on the drawer or on the shelf and spray my sprayer and then take my towels and just wipe it down to get anything off. Like I said, I did clean their refrigerator kind of recently. Not really, but like in the last few months. So it's really not dirty. They're pretty neat people, I will say. So that's always good. So it wasn't too bad. And now I'm just putting everything back, and then I'm going to move to the drawers. So I'm just unloading those, and I skipped a lot, but there's some grossness back there that I wanted to show you just from things leaking through. I'm not really sure where it came from because I didn't see it anywhere else, but maybe I missed it last time. So I'm just going to scrub and get that out with some bleach and let that sit, which I already did for a minute. Or maybe not. Maybe this is where we're doing it. Yep. We've got bleach, so I'm going to do that while I clean out the drawers. Yes, I did just let the crumbs fall on the ground, but don't forget I'm going to sweep and vacuum and mop, so it's all good. Any little crummies can go on the floor while I'm cleaning, so that I can just clean it up later when I'm doing the floor. But these were a little dirty, so I did scrub those pretty good and just made sure they were all pretty and wiped out and clean again. So anyway, that's enough of cleaning out the refrigerator. Now we're moving on to stainless steel, and we're going to start with the refrigerator. So I've got my stainless steel polish, and I'm using a paper towel. Now, I really like, there's like the Dollar Tree washcloths that are just super absorbent. I really enjoy doing stainless steel with those, but they don't have any of those. So we're using a paper towel. And you can't forget the handles, refrigerator handles. Is that what they'd be called? You can't forget those. And you can't forget the inside ledge of the refrigerator and the outside edge of the refrigerator, because people touch those all the time. You can see it right there. There's so much fingerprints. You just kind of open it and you'll push it open or hold it open right there. And it's just, it is always dirty. So I always recommend remembering to do that part if you're stainless steel polishing your refrigerator, because it just makes the world of a difference, even though you can't see it from the outside. It really does matter. So now we are moving to the microwave, just still using the all-purpose cleaner to clean out the microwave, wipe down the whole inside and the door. I've already removed the plate and the little turntable guy. So it's a clean slate to just wipe out. And most microwaves are pretty easy to wipe out. If you've had like an explosion of like spaghetti sauce or something, it does become a little bit more difficult. But they have one of those plate things that they put over their food when they cook them in the microwave, like covers, so they don't really have that problem. And I did wash that thing as well. So the microwave is fully clean when we are done here. But a lot of people I feel like do forget the door. You can't forget the door. It's also dirty. It's part of the microwave. It's important too. Don't forget the door. So now I've put the plate and the turntable back in, and there you have it. Now we're moving on to some glass cleaning of the stove and the microwave and little stove setting area. It is important to note that you cannot put the stainless steel cleaner on the glass, and you cannot put the glass cleaner on the stainless steel, because it will mess up whichever way you do it. So normally it's easier to do the glass first, and then you can move to the stainless steel so you can kind of avoid the glass part, and it just makes it so much easier. So we did that, and I did the dishwasher, and I did the coffee pot or the teapot that's on the stove as well. So we did do all of that, and then we moved over to counters. Now this one looks clean, but there's some dog hair on it. So yeah, we're just really cleaning the counters and making sure they're all fancy and nice looking again. And I didn't film the rest of the counters because it would have been 30 minutes long instead of 15, and it's basically all of the same. So thanks for watching. So that's it. We just cleaned the kitchen in my mother's house. My mother and father, they both live here, but it looks a lot better. It's not like super visually dirty, like just scanning, you know, but there's a lot of dog hair. They've got 2 dogs that both shed. Their counters are mostly white except for the island, so you can really see dog hair when it gets places. There's dog hair in the refrigerator. It's just, you know, dog hair gets everywhere. If you have a dog that sheds, you know what I'm saying. I have a dog that sheds, and I also have dog hair everywhere. But we cleaned it, and now it's beautiful. I'm actually cleaning the whole downstairs today, but I just did the kitchen. The rest of their house is mostly just floors that have to be done. But yeah, we cleaned and now it's pretty. So thank you so much for watching. And like I said in the beginning of the video, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel for more. I will see you next time. Bye.